everybody and welcome to Car Question. Sport utility vehicles are right now the best seller of a lot of manufacturers. Why do people like them? Well, it's pretty simple. They've got good styling, it's different from a car, sometimes you have more space, their maneuverability is quite okay for town and going to the camp. They're all-wheel drive and the sentiment of security that they gave you when you're driving. A lot of manufacturers had understand that and right now are putting all their effort in sport utility vehicle. So the segment is full of them. You've got so many choice. So this week we're gonna try the Mazda CX-5. Alright, let's take a look at the exterior of the Mazda CX-5. The model that we have right now is the GT with the technology package. The CX-5 was the first redesign with the Kudo styling of Mazda. You know, that the style that when you look at the front end, the vehicle seems to be looking at you, and the nice line, the fluid line on the side, which make it seems like it's in movement as soon as you look at it. So, Kudo! So when you look for 2016, you can see some change made to the front grille. They've used this color right now, these nice touches of chrome. I love the front grille, the big Mazda logo. And when you look at it, it's cutting straight. You've got some plastic down there, the plastic which is going to continue right there on the side of the vehicle. The fog lights are quite small, but are quite useful when you turn them on. And I love also the lighting. Look at that. Right now it's in daytime running lights mode. You can see the arc right there of LED. And when you look at the end of the lights right here, you can see the chrome line starting and finishing all the way up to the other side. Just like this one. I just love right now the style when it's getting dark, that you can quickly distinguish that it's a CX-5. So you've got nice line on the hood, the wipers. Wipers are perfect for winter, are not gonna get caught up in ice. And you can see also, since we have the technology package, you've got all those sensors in front. So sunroof, little shark fin antenna back there. And when you look at the side of the CX-5, gonna move back a little bit, there you go. It's nice looking, a little bit of sports, a little bit of off-road. You're gonna also see the big wheels since we have the GT version. 19 inches wheel with the Toyo A23, and you're gonna see the tread wear is only 300, but this tire seems a little bit more durable than the tread wear show. So once again, little Mazda cap. I love the color also, the silver within the gray, nicely done. So the little plastic bar going all the way to the back. Look at that, also the mirror, look at that, the position. Usually mirrors are set up right here at the end of the door, but right now Mazda moved them a little bit forward, and you can see the position is a little bit lower. And you can see the blinker, it's not like the Mazda 3 where you get a big square. The only thing that I'm not sure to like is the gap between all the parts. Look at that. You could at least do a little bit of proximity work with all the components. I think it shows even more when you're looking like that right there on the side. You can see those gaps. Same thing here for the plastic. They could have, get that a little bit together so it would look better. Unlock the door, or simply lock them by the push of a button. I love also the line on the side. One line is starting right there on top of the hood, and it's continuing up until the mirror. Another one starting there, getting all the way to the back to the rear lights. And you've got another discrete one right there which is making a little bit of wave on the side. Still, nice protection of the plastic, nice big wheels. Let's move to the rear. You can also see once again the kudo styling, the line when the vehicle seems to be looking at you. So this is a signature right now for all Mazda. And look, those lights in the back. I just love the styling of those. When you're braking, it's making a bright light. You've got Skyactiv logo, Skyactiv technology, big Mazda logo right there. CX-5 all-wheel drive, all in chrome. The rear wiper, once again, seems to be of quality, also just like the front. And you've got a nice spoiler, kind of big, with some plastic right there. So if we move a little bit down there, you're gonna see the camera. You're gonna have your button to simply open the trunk. And you've got also a nice line of protective right there. But you're gonna have to be careful when you clean that, just to be sure that you don't get a little bit of dots like this one. Big plastic bumper, twin exhaust. The reflector is a little big, but still, it's well integrated in that plastic. Let's open the trunk. Whoa, major space. Yes, not electric, but hey, and I've just seen it, you've got a little button right there to simply lock the CX-5. Nice looking car when you look at it from the exterior. Nice good styling. Alright, let's look at the interior of the Mazda CX-5, the GT version. And as soon as you open the door, you can see that they made some modification for 2016 to the interior. Also the seats, and look at that color. I kind of love that white color, which is quite cool, the nice contrast with the red that we have right now. But imagine if we had a black, that would have been literally sublime. Nice quality, nice bill of material, a little bit hard plastic right there. Nice leather. I love the styling also of the handle, which is not aluminum, but it's plastic. But once again, they made a nice color, nice show of style. Once again, here also another kind of finish. The button looks like quality metal finish on the top of them. Little bit storage right here and right down there. And you can see also the Bose speaker, the 9 speaker that we have inside our GT version with the technology package. A lot of adjustment for the seat, and once you're sitting in those, nice and firm on the side, nice and soft in the middle. And the rest same thing, but be careful. Look at that, how it gets dirty pretty quickly. So if you choose the white leather seat, you're gonna have to be careful to clean them often. Nice steering wheel, nice touches of chrome. Let's take place inside. You're gonna see also some similarity between the Mazda 6 and the CX-5 that we are sitting right now. So once again, nice view. I like to be sitting up high in a vehicle like this one, and I've got good visibility wherever I look with my head. Quite soft for this part. Nice assembly, less gap than you can see outside the vehicle. A nice gray line here, just like the kind of gray that you see in the front end of the car. A little bit of chrome that you're gonna see all around those vents. Also, either you look at this side or either you look at the other side. So the key is pretty simple. Look at that. So lock, unlock, and hold for panic mode. No trunk. I would have loved to at least have a button to open the trunk. You're gonna see that this car is it has a push button, start, stop. So as soon as you press it, you're gonna see the Mazda logo with the warning, and you have to press I agree. So it's gonna be easy and tactile as soon as you need to use it. So once again, another press. There you go, it's opening with all the lights. You're gonna see the RPM, the speed in the middle, and you're gonna see that this one is completely digital. If we move a little bit to the left, You're gonna have all the button for the traction control. If you turn it on and off, you're gonna see only a TCS slide that's gonna turn on. Even if you hold it, there's nothing that's gonna happen, because as soon as you press this one, bye-bye traction control, bye-bye stability system. TPMS button, so if you need to set them. You've got your blind side monitor, which is which if it's turned on or off, you're gonna see that right there in the corner. And when there's a car on your side, you're gonna see exactly what you see right now. And look at the position of the mirror. They're not right there on the corner of the car, but I love, you know, when I'm back, I can see clearly a good position, but they're a little bit small. So lane change alert also, and the lane change alert is going to change the display that I have in my digital right there. So as soon as I cross the line, I'm going to see it clearly there. Headlights, right now it's, look at that, right now it's quite bright outside and I can still see the lights. And high beam, I can also have an automated function. As soon as I put a beam in that function, you're gonna see a bunch of captors back there, and as soon as there's gonna be no car in front of me or no light in front of me, you're gonna see them move directly into high beam position. Quite bright. I'm quite impressed. As you can see right now, you can even see the fog which are turned on and off. And as soon as you turn the steering wheel, you're gonna see that the lights are gonna follow the path that you are turning. Button change song, change the files that you are in. If you're using your mobile, volume, oh, there you go, turning it down, quite easy. As soon as you press on the info up and down, you're gonna see that it's gonna change right there in the digital one. The current consumption, the average, you're gonna have the distance before you empty, and you're gonna have also your display. This display is gonna show you the car which is in front of you and the line on the side. And if you turn on the cruise control like this one, you're gonna see right there that it's gonna change, and you're gonna be able to set the distances that you want from the car in front of you. You've got also outside temperature, which is showed there. So once again, all this section is reserved to cruise control. So info, there you go. Not many more things to see there. Voice control, and you've got also the hang up and take a call button if you want. Wipers, quite simple, also usual, and you can see that we have a nice 7-inch screen with before, when I first saw the system, I kind of like it, but the more I use it, the more I find that it could be some amelioration made to it. And by the way, you can also have the CD right there. I was not, I didn't even saw it at first, so it's quite discreet to put your CD there. But hey, no obstruction of the stick of the transmission, like on other car. Application, when you go inside, you got AG radio, which is useless in Canada. You've got fuel monitor. And right now I'm showing 9.8, and it's increasing even if we let the car inside. So right now we did way better than that, and I'm gonna talk about it later. You have all your maintenance that you can set, tire rotation, oil change, or even schedule. So this is quite complete. For the entertainment, once again, easy to use, but if you're using the XM radio, you need to go there to change the channel. And look at that, it's a complete list. So you have to roll up and down, and when I tell you to roll, it's with that button right there. And look at that, I'm not over that, over a lot of channel. And you can simply use the style of scrolling of the iPhone style, as you can see. But once again, you're gonna see that it disappear and then it come back. So then you can select the channel that you want. So I recommend you to have some favorites. So if you have some favorites, it's gonna be much easier for you to go somewhere. But hey, sometimes favorite are gonna also generate a big list. So try to be careful with this one. Because if you tend to try to change, you're gonna leave your eyes from the road, and I think they could upgrade that. So you've got your phone favorite, right now I don't have any, and you've got also your map favorite. Yeah, Canadian Tire, okay. For the radio, by the way, everybody tends to use this to turn up or down the radio, and no, that's climatization. So if you want to raise the volume, Nine-speaker Bose audio system, which is giving me quite a good sound. I don't remember hearing that bass a long time ago, so shaking the mirror. Not bad, seriously, even better when you plug your iPhone with your USB cable for the better quality. So quite a strong radio. If you move into FM mode, by the way, when I go there, you're going to be able to change the tune, but it's going to look like that. So either you roll, or either you take your finger, or either you press a million times there. Once again, I recommend you to use... Okay, so there's a delay. I recommend you to use your favorite, so it's going to be much easier. And you see, when you press on favorite down there, you're in the last favorite that I choose. So once again, there's a lot of button pushing. They could upgrade the system. The map, I love the map. The map is quite interesting. You've got good quality. It's fluid. I just love how you can move to that map, through that map, and see where you are, and no pinching, just the minus. There you go. I love how fluid it is, even if it's loading all the detail. You've got also the 2D, 3D view that you can have. You can also add a new destination, which is quite easy. Once again, I'm going to use a favorite. There you go, yeah. And you can simply add a favorite like that. It's as easy as that. And I love the fluidity of the system. And you can also selection right there your settings. And be careful with root settings, because if you uncheck something right there, it's probably going to change the response that your GPS is going to give you. So settings, once again, display, brightness, safety. You're going to be able to adjust a lot of the safety feature of your car right in there. So be careful if you want to go through these options before you leave the parking lot. Be sure that you set it up just like you like. If we move down there, climatization, since we have the GT version, it's dual zone. Easy to use, incredibly easy. Just set the temperature. And I love the quality also of those big dial right there. So I'm going to turn it down a little bit. I'm going to remove the wall, and as easy as that. I just love when it's easy like that. And if I want to change the mode, I just press there. Heated seats, 3 position, and you're gonna also see down there my USB connectors and a place to connect the map. You've got also hidden right there my auxiliary input. Nice place to put your cell phone, nice and vast. You're gonna also see some touches of leather right there on the automatic transmission. Skyactiv drive. You've got also a sports mode that you can turn and off. So this 6-speed is gonna react more faster. The engine is gonna be more ready for your acceleration. You've got your parking brake that if you turn on and off, and let's hear that. I don't know if you can hear it, but you're gonna also see a red light appearing right in there. All the controls of your audio system is right there, and don't forget the volume. The volume is there. Yeah, there you go, nice and neat. You got some cup holders, some storage space once again, and if I open that section, you have a little bit of storage that you can remove that. And what is that? Some puck to put in the cup holder. So if you to give you a little better height, and you can see also a place for probably a cable, but I don't know what. Oh, there's another connector right there. So battery, you can see 12 volts. So if my wires want to go there, no problem. It was not obvious that there was one down there. So let's close it. Nice soft leather. Just love that. And when I move to the side right here, you're gonna see lots of storage space. Once again, lights are an halogen. I would have put some LED, please. Mirror, extension, quite easy. Once again, some place to put your glasses. Turn on and off the dimming system on the mirror, and also your home link system that you can use. Quite easy, quite full of everything that you need inside. So let's move to the rear. In the rear of the car, behind those tinted windows, you're gonna see right now that my seat is in a proper seating position. Usually I don't sit, but I'm gonna be able to show you. I'm way tall. I'm over 6'2", and you can see that I have enough spaces, and this is soft material. No climatization control, no heated seats, a little bit of lack right there, but comfortable seat. I love that. And if I want, there you go, can have some cup holders, and I've got some storage also in the door right here. So nice and comfortable in the back, and you're gonna see for my head, I've got enough spaces, no problem with that in the rear. So if I want to lower the seat, just press on that button, and be careful because you're gonna see that they're popping out quite quickly. But the fact is, also be careful if you bring some passenger. Look at that, the belt is behind the seat right now of this one. So I have to lower the seat, replace the belt, and that's not quite good. There you go, nice flat folded floor, giving you enough space. That's quite interesting. Let's open the trunk. Huge storage space. And you're gonna see that you're able to lower the seat with those two sections. And another thing that you can see is that little bit of handle in there. It's gonna be able to lower only the middle section. So if you have some skis inside, you just pull that. There you go, the little section is just gonna go down, just like this one that I'm gonna do right here. Boom, oh, headrest. So be careful to remove or lower the headrest before you do that. Some storage space on the side, which is gonna hold some washer fluid, 12-volt outlets, and you have also a light in the rear. Well, it's gonna come on top as soon as you open the trunk, which is gonna give you a little lights of the area. But once again, I would have loved to have LEDs. If you need to hide your cargo, I love this system right now. I'm gonna pull that up and down, push up and down. It's a little bit hard to do with one hand, and it's gonna go in, and look at that. If I want to hide my cargo, I simply take that here, plug. Oh, it's a little bit hard with only one hand and the camera. There you go, it's been done. There you go, another one. And when you close your trunk, look at that, it's gonna go right in. So if my trunk is closed, nobody's gonna see what I have inside because of this nice tint of window and that nice, flat thing to hide, and it's gonna retract right inside. So once again, clever little thing. Oh, by the way, there you go, full spare tire, some tools. The jack is right there, and you've got everything you need right under that mat. Let's start the engine. 2.5 liter Skyactiv engine, Skyactiv G. Oh, it wants to rev. There you go. Let's go outside. If you want to open your gas cap, it's right there. If you want to open the hood, it's right under there. Nothing to see in particular. Always harder when you have only one hand. Well, bordel. There you go, Skyactiv engine, 2.5 liter. If you want to check your oil, no problem, it's right on top of there. Same thing to add some oil, washer fluid, alternator, battery. Everything is near, everything is accessible. I love the interior of that Mazda CX-5. Do you? right, let's talk about the engine that we have right now in our CX-5. This is the 2.5 liter. You also have the possibility to choose the 2.0 liter, but 2.0 liter is kind of limit, you know, for the size of this vehicle, for the capacity. If you might consider the 2.0, go try it, go around town, go on the highway, try some passing maneuvers. I guess it's gonna be okay if you want the two-wheel drive, if you want just to move from point A or to point B. But the real deal here is to choose the 2.5. So it's a Skyactiv engine, Skyactiv G, and once again in Mazda everything is Skyactiv. Not only the engine, so your transmission is Skyactiv drive, your chassis is Skyactiv, your all-wheel drive is Skyactiv, iActiv Sense for the security. So you see everywhere they can put the word Skyactiv, they're putting it. So you must not be confused because it's not only an engine. The horsepower of that 2.5 liter engine is going to be able to give you 184 horsepower at 6,000 RPM. When you talk about Skyactiv engine, you talk about good torque at low RPM. That's the difference. So the torque that you're going to be able to have at 3,250 RPM is 185. So it's nearly this, a little bit just over the HP. But when you have a four-wheel drive, they made some modification, and you're going to get 185 pound-feet of torque at 4,000 RPM. So it's a little bit higher, but you know what? It's always ready for acceleration. Demonstration, flooring it, there you go. No waiting, instantaneous acceleration. And right now in the segment, it's one of the fastest SUV out there without any turbo or without any supercharge or nothing. Just a good all atmospheric engine. And it's going to give you good acceleration because of also the transmission. You cannot have a manual transmission with the CX-5 with the 2.5 engine. You can only have the 6-speed manual with the 2.0. I'm kind of deceived right now. You've got also all that horsepower because of the direct injection within the engine. Use regular fuel. The transmission, once again, you can switch it into manual and go to the lower gear. And right now I'm to sports mode. See? Third, second, it's gonna go there even if it revs to the limit. And you know what, I want to go into fourth. I'm gonna make the change, I'm gonna make the call. And right now I'm gonna go for a little strong brake. You can hear the box behind me, and you can hear that transmission, you know, downshifting to get me the perfect RPM for acceleration after that. So when we talk about the road handling of the CX-5, it's probably full acceleration. Whoa! The box in the rear. See how quick it is? Okay, I'm gonna have to be careful because there's a lot of photo radar here now in Quebec. Let's switch it back to normal mode. There you go. Normal. So you can hear it instantly shifting, getting more comfortable inside. The shift point also going to be different, so it's going to be the mode for highway cruising. But what I was saying is, in this segment right now, the CX-5 is the one who has the most balance between fun to drive and comfort. And if you own a sports sedan, and right now for family issue, you need to go into a crossover mode or a SUV mode, this is probably the one who is the most fun to drive in all those compact SUV that you have out there. I'm not talking about Porsche Macan or, you know, SQ5 or those. I'm talking about compact SUV on the market. Fun to drive, challenging. You're going to be able to get some fun, and I think that Mazda is all about the fun of driving. So you've got good fuel economy with that engine, you've got fun to drive, and by the way, when you give it a steering direction, let's say you want to go that way, there you go, it's going to be ready, it's ready to respond. It's not that communicative of what you're going to find on the road, but it's going to be quite enjoyable to drive. If you're relaxed, hey, no problem, but if you want to be more aggressive, I'm not even into sports mode, and there you go, full acceleration just until there's somebody in front of me. So I'm gonna put back my cruise control, and by the way, the cruise control is gonna detect the car in front of me and simply adjust my speed and the distance to what I've selected in the display. Tons of security feature, fun to drive. Let's talk about also the all-wheel drive. I don't want to forget the all-wheel drive. They made some good modification to that all-wheel drive system. You know, a lot of SUV, when you get them deep into some stuff that it was not planned to go in, you get stuck there because there's only two wheels working, or there's simply a disconnection of the all-wheel drive system. But right now, the Mazda CX-5 is showing some serious stuff. And once again, they're calling the all-wheel drive Skyactiv. See, the technology, once again, the word that they use. Even through our big diagonal test, you know, that is a hard test for a lot of SUV in the market. Well, the Mazda did have a great result. So I'm quite surprised on how well it will handle into town where there's going to be some snow, some ice, or even just some sand right down there on the pavement, and it's going to react quickly. And that's what I like of the all-wheel drive system of Mazda. And by the way, stay tuned. Just in just a few minutes, you're going to see the result of that test, who is quite impressive with the Mazda CX-5. When you're sitting in my position, everything is about the driver. I love to ride a little bit high, even if I'm tall. And when I look around me, there's a good visibility and there's a good driving position, and everything is in reach. So as soon as I need to do something with the screen, it's not far. Same thing for the climatization, for the radio, for the transmission. So it's well centered on the driver. And they did a nice job also to get the seat more comfortable for 2016. And it's going to be comfortable for everybody. When you look in the rear, you've got enough spaces to ride three, and 3% without, you know, being like that with your shoulders, but hey, not too large guy, you know. You're going to be able to put a lot of stuff also in the trunk. I kind of love the insonorization, but still, when you're in full acceleration, well, you can steer it, that engine buzzing. But once again, they made some improvement. I can see the difference at full throttle with that car. If you want to tow with the vehicle, please note that the towing capacity is a little bit lower than average. It's only 2,000 pounds. I don't know why some people use these kind of vehicle to tow around, but if you want to tow, try probably to find a vehicle with a V6 or at least a little bit bigger size, so you will be more comfortable if you're towing and you want to attach something bigger back there. Besides that, let's talk about security, because right now we have the technology package and we have tons of security feature. Right now you see that car coming fast. I have not seen it in my mirror, so my blind spot monitoring will show it to me, and when I signal with my turn signals, if there's somebody, I'm gonna hear a beep. There's also another feature that I often turn off. There you go, I simply turn it out. I'm at 2 feet from the line and it once again poked me. This is the lane change warning. Other vehicle, you know, they correct you with the steering. Other vehicle, they make an infamous beep. Other vehicle, they simply correct without making nothing. And there's a nice feature in the settings that you can put with the Mazda is a thump. So boom. And you will be able to see on what side you're simply passing the line with the display that you have. Other security feature is the collision warning alert. I just love this one. I'm not always comfortable with testing that feature because sometimes I can see it gives you probably some late alert, but right now it's not the case with the Mazda. I've seen it work, but right now, just a few minutes ago, I was not, you know, comfortable of testing it with the car completely stopped in front of me and me coming a little bit fast. Acceleration, whoa, boom, the box in the rear once again. And there you go. You can also feel the bumps right now with 19 inches wheels. And by the way, the other side, there you go. Matt, you're a bad driver. The wheels, if you want to make yourself a gift, switch those tires, or those Toyota tires, for more sporty tires, and you're gonna have fun pulling some higher score with the G's that when you're gonna be in some turns. This vehicle is quite fun. You can throw it around into some curves. It will simply lean itself on its suspension, and it will turn. It will give you fun. Security features, so you've got blind spot monitors. One of the most important thing is the rear view camera, but with a cross traffic alert. So I like when it's telling me that somebody's approaching on the side, and you're gonna hear a beep. You're gonna see warning signals in the rear view camera. You're gonna see also your mirror who's gonna blink with the blind spot monitor, just to be sure that you've been alerted that there's somebody behind you. So you've got the cruise control with radar. You can set the distance between the car in front of you. And once again, as soon as there's gonna be someone pulling in, the vehicle's gonna slow itself down. So once again, nice feature. So there's a ton of feature, but it comes with the technology package, and it comes for a price. So it's up to you to decide if you want to go for that higher price with that option, because it can get a little bit costly when you add all up the option. I'm going to talk to you about that later. Let's talk about fuel consumption. Fuel consumption is quite impressive with the car right now. I was quite surprised, but get ready, it's going to be a little bit complicated. So if we think about the base model, the 2.0 manual 6-speed, two-wheel drive, we're going to be able to do 9 liter on city mode, and it's going to be 6.8 on highway mode. If we add the automatic transmission, it's going to be 9.0 in the city, so it's going to be the same, but 7.3 on the highway. Usually transmission are a little bit more effective when it comes to fuel consumption, so I'm surprised with those numbers. Let's talk about automatic but four-wheel drive with the 2.0 liter, 9.3 in city mode, and 7.6 once again in highway mode. So these numbers are getting higher, but here where it gets interesting, you've got a 2.5 liter engine, you've got a two-wheel drive CX-5, you're going to be able to do 8.9 and 7.1. Had the all-wheel drive, you're going to be able to do 9.8 and 7.9. So it's kind of impressive right now with the numbers that you can get. So what we've been able to do in real life, we've got a 9 right now, and I've pushed the car, I've pushed this SUV, you know, to some good acceleration. And as you can see, I just love, you know, throwing it in the curves, having fun with it. It got a decent fuel consumption. I'm quite surprised. Besides that, good audio system, good comfort. When we talk also, we need to talk about the competition, I think. Right now, the best seller is the RAV4. You probably know that already. So the RAV4, a little bit more vanilla, less fun to drive, but reliability is not a problem with that car. It's the reason why it's a bestseller right now. But it's less challenging, less responsive. The all-wheel drive is a little bit, well, we did not test the 2016, but with the old test that we did, it's a four-wheel drive, and it's gonna disconnect sometime some wheels, so it's gonna work in X rather than lock the wheels, just like the CX-5 did on the diagonal test. The CR-V, once again, not as fun to drive as the CX-5, but lots of space and a little bit more goodies in the equipment than we have right now with this one. There's the Ford Escape. Oh man, I'm gonna talk about the competition forever. There is so many compact SUV right now on the market. The market is flooded with those models. I think you're gonna have to make a choice for yourself and go try the model that you are interested in. But still, the Ford Escape EcoBoost engine, it's a kind of quick and responsive, but once again, turbo, supercharged, I'm not a fan over a long time. Right now, if you choose the Mazda, it's probably one of the most fun to drive out there, one of the most communicative, with a great all-wheel drive system, the one that will get you and your family into comfort anywhere that you want, good storage space, and a good warranty. That's what I like about the car, the peace of mind. But still,
the zoom effect, the vroom in French, by the way, effect of Mazda. You can feel it while you are driving this one. And it's not a sports car, but it tends to get its root out of all the MX-5 of Mazda, you know, who had that you can have a real fun to drive on the track. And right now, even if I'm on a dull highway, a dull road, I can have fun driving this vehicle, and that's why I think the CX-5 is interesting for you.
Let's talk about price. Right now on the Mazda website, if you want to go with the base version, it's going to be two-wheel drive with the 2.0 liter engine with the manual stick. So it's going to be $22,995. It's coming well equipped. So you have the AC, you have the electrical mirror, electrical windows, USB auxiliary input, and cruise control. If you want the automatic transmission, you're going to have to add $1,300. If you want all-wheel drive with that version, it's get a little pricier because you have to add the commodity package. So all-wheel drive, $28,195. But still with that, you've got the 17 inches wheels, Bluetooth controls on the steering wheel. You've got your 7 inches screen right there inside, so it's better equipped. If you want to go with the GS version, the 2.5, you're going to have an automatic transmission. There's no manual with the 2.5. In two-wheel drive mode, it's going to be $29,245. Switch to all-wheel drive, $31,245. But the GS come well equipped with a sunroof, a rear view camera, heated seat, fog lights, six speaker, USB also. They add another connector for the USB. If you add the luxury package, it's going to go up to $32,845, but right now you have leather everywhere and more adjustment for your seat if you are the driver. The GT package, the one that comes with the 19 inches wheel, Bose 9-speaker audio system, double zone climatization, Dell in front and rear of the car for the lights, $34,895. You can add the last option that you can have in that package. It's going to be the technology package. So this comes with collision detection, lane change warning alert, and all the stuff, all the goodies that you can have for your security. So it's $36,995. So we're close to the $40K limit that I can set to myself when you buy those vehicles. Let's talk about the minus points and the plus points of the Mazda CX-5. The minus points, the 2.0 liter engine is kind of short on power. So if you're restricted by a budget and you think about the 2.0, go try the car. You're gonna see its limit. You're gonna see if you like how it reacts. But my recommendation for that is the 2.5 liter engine. And by the way, no manual transmission with the 2.5. I'm kind of sad right now. When I look at the exterior also, I can see a lot of gap between some parts of the exterior body. I would have loved to see more, less gap when you look at those parts. It's better for rock infiltration, it's better for dust, it's better, when you clean your car to be able to clean everywhere and don't have a lot of depot inside those gaps. So for longevity, it's better. The interior lighting is kind of sad. Right now, it's LED, which is quite popular. When you look at some other 2V like that, you've got some LED lighting in the interior, only a small bulb change, and there you go, could have changed the lighting completely inside the car. Let's go with the plus points. The plus points, a limited mileage warranty. I love that. That's tranquility of mind. You're working on the road, you're doing a lot of mileage. Think about this car, because it's gonna save you some fuel, but even if you do, let's say 100K in 3 years, it's still gonna be under warranty. So right now, if you have a business, if you have a representative on the road, or even if you're just somebody who do a lot of mileage, a lot of road trip, you have to do long distance to get to work, think about that. You've got the tranquility of having a good warranty, unlimited mileage. It's spacious also in the interior. Fuel economy, I talked about that just a few seconds ago. It's quite interesting how a SUV like this one, with a mix of performance and a mix of fun to drive, has such a good fuel economy, thank you to the Skyactiv technology. And beside that, you've got a security equipment full in that car if you choose the technology package, but it comes to a price. So for math grade, I'm gonna give it an A. I know there's a lot of competition out there. I can think right now of the bestseller of the sport utility vehicle segment. I can think of some others also in the Japanese market of those. They are quite good, but the Mazda, give it some consideration. If you're somebody who likes to drive, who likes to have fun at driving, give it some thought also if you think about fuel economy, for the mix of joy that you're gonna have when you're behind the wheel. Switch it into sports mode, and even if you have an automatic transmission, you will have fun with this one. So there you go. If you like the video, don't forget the thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe also, because we're going to produce more and more video. And if you have any suggestion, if you have something that you think we missed, if you have something to say about the video that we did right now, and if you want some demands maybe for the future, feel free to comment right there below. So Matt is saying you bye-bye, and see you another time on Car Questions.